Chest day on a Thursday morning. It doesn't really, it doesn't really ring a bell, does it? It doesn't really sound like something that's ever been done before. But I mean, given the amount of lifts I've done over the entirety of my lifting career, it has to have been done somewhere, you know? It has to have had its place in the Hall of Fame at some respects. But I can't really remember the last time I did a chest day that wasn't really like near the beginning of the week. An end of the week chest day, it's kind of like, okay, it's not like taboo, but it's not exactly, you know, what you might think. I mean, maybe for you guys with the uploading like gap, I guess, the couple days in between when I film and when I upload, maybe it's like you've seen a bunch of chest days on Thursdays and I just always do them on like Monday or Tuesday or whatever. But for the most part, chest for me isn't always early week thing, so having it later in the week is, it's like a nice change of pace. It's something different, you know, starting off the week with legs and then moving forward with that. I did that basically because I wanted to hit legs as much as possible because I had to skip it the week before. And if I've preached anything, if you guys know anything, I hate skipping legs. I hate doing the gym bro split of seeing legs and then being like, no. Anytime I see legs, like, I want to challenge that. And I actually like legs. I'm starting to like legs better like now than I have in the past. Maybe because I get to use like different stuff like lifting straps. I get to go a little harder sometimes on leg days. They last a little bit longer, get me a little bit more fatigued. Get me set up for like cardio days and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the nature of like lifts. They kind of fall in certain times of the week. And if you break that pattern, it feels a little weird. But that's like, I'm only speaking from the perspective of someone who's like an experienced lifter who tries to equally do stuff that kind of splits them. I know there's some people out there that only train like one muscle group or only one thing and just train that consistently all the time. Or there's people, you know, that potentially might be even better for you. They do a full body workout like multiple times a week, just, you know, hitting different body parts, but it's like, it's always like legs all the way through, and then they're just working on different things, like one back part here, one leg part there, maybe a little bit of calves, working on abs a little bit, just a light chest set, and then they'll do like different stuff the next day, which I've never really experimented with that before. I've never been the type of guy to be full body all the time, but I don't hate on that because, well, A, because I haven't tried it. I can't speak from personal experience. Oh, my watch is going off. And then B, I think it's probably still beneficial because, I mean, what? You're supposed to hit every single, like, body part, like, eventually, depending on its size, like, couple times to only, like, one time a week. But regardless of how you get that, I mean, you're still getting it. It's like tracking your calories. You can eat a bunch of different foods, but as long as you stay within your limits, you know, your body weight will go down and up. Body weight's not really going to tell you about your health, but if you're looking at it from a strictly weight context and you're trying to shed pounds, gain pounds, it's not factoring in muscle or fat or any of that stuff or how many vitamins or minerals you got, but, you know, strictly from body weight going down and up is all based on calorie limits, calorie counts. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking this morning. I'm filming this a little before triceps and shrugs. So getting ready to hop into bench, but you guys haven't seen that part. So first, let's cut it to tricep and shrugs. Well, starting off, it should be the last time I encounter 45 and a half for 10 reps. I'm gonna go ahead and work the triceps this morning with a little bit of overhead tricep extension. I had to get that bar a little corrected. 10 reps, same as normal, and then weight increase will be next workout. There's 10. pretty easily, pretty effectively. Definitely confident in saying that the weight increase is right around the corner. Lots of yawns this morning, but I'm trying to bump my heart rate up, get the blood flowing before chest. Might do some extra chest exercises before I hit bench today, but definitely going heavy on the first sets like you guys have recommended, at least for the day. Alright, manage effectively. Once again, just gotta produce a third set, stretch a little bit in my chest, and then go for it. Last set of triceps. Gonna go ahead, move the needle pretty quickly so I can jump into the stretch. Definitely feeling that strain we put on them. It's waking them up. It's getting them stretched, and we're ready now. Okay, definitely stretched it out a lot, and so now working with 75s for 10 shouldn't be that big of a strain. It'll just be mostly straightforward way to burn my traps out before I start bench. So 75 for 10. Let's go. Okay, 10 straightforward pulls. Definitely feel that trap activation, that trap work illuminating and lining itself up. Okay, second set. I'm working on like maintaining the grip as best as possible, maintaining like the hold I have on the dumbbells, because that's the only drawback of going like heavier with this stuff. It's manageable, but if it starts slipping between your fingers, then you have a problem because you don't want to slam such heavy weight on the ground. But haven't run into that problem yet. Just had to loosen up and restart the grip. But now that I'm managing it more effectively, I'm able to just hold it all at one time. Second set, definitely glad the way that's moving. Okay. Last set, 75 for 10. Just about as clockwork as before, except I want to get a better handle on maybe my left hand. My left hand seems to be the one that falls behind, which makes sense because I'm not left-handed. Okay, let's pull up now. Okay, definitely glad of the way that pull happened on my traps. I don't know what felt different about that one, but the hold that I had at the top, and it kind of maybe that controlled negative definitely made it feel different than before. Okay, don't really have a spotter, but I'm still wanting to start off heavy, so that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to try to lock out and get all 3 reps, but if I'm feeling the strain, if I'm feeling uncertainty, definitely gonna have to roll it off, or definitely gonna have to not go for all of them. But I think when I'm still fresh with chest, that I should be able to still get a good pull as long as I set myself up right and get everything working correctly. Set that right there. Okay, with a squat, I definitely could get that 3rd rep, but I'm going to wait till later because I'm still very nervous about pushing forward beyond my limits. I do not want to get caught with a bench on my chest. Okay, now I've dropped the 25 down to 165. Now, instead of laddering up like how I normally do, I'm laddering down an opposite way to see how it works, because I saw a bunch of people telling me that laddering down was the best way to do it. I like laddering up, working up to that weight, but I've watched videos of people saying laddering down works. I've seen, murmurings of it. I'm not gonna hate. I'm definitely going to take it as a new idea and experiment with it over just nah, I'm gonna do my own thing, just Spider-Manning it. There's no reason to get all egoistic on this or try and think that your way is the best. Weightlifting's like cooking. It's about experimenting and seeing what works and just trying things for yourself. So let's try this for ourselves. Alright, 7 on 165 seems pretty adequate. It's equal to what I did last time. Definitely would want a little bit more, but you take what you can get. Okay, now is where we hit our stride. With 145, it's just a simple every time weight that you can hit relatively, not even relatively, you can just hit it easy, at least for me now. I moved up from 135 effectively enough to know that 145 is completely in my wheelhouse, especially on top of me being able to try and rep out 185 for at least a couple, which I think I might try again once I get a spotter in this gym. But let's see, 145 for 8, 145 for 8, and then I think that'll be it for bench. Bench is only 4 sets, which admittedly is more than anything else, but still. Alright, moving. That's definitely the lightest weight of the workout. pushing it forward for 8 more reps. Before we move on, we will revisit bench. I swear of it, because I want to get this thing in. So, regardless of when it is, we'll figure it out. Okay, a little bit more strenuous, and I had to really adjust and watch where that bar was falling so I could completely control it, but that was good. I really like the way that turned out. Well, 40 for 10 is pretty much in line with what I have been hitting, except it really is a thick pool when you get it going. When you get everything like all said and done, pulling like 40 and trying to cross your arms with it, trying to like absolutely maximize that lower chest pull, it becomes definitely a strain. It becomes something that is a little bit of a fight, but it's what we want. Even with bench and incline bench on the horizon, I still love cable crossovers followed by tricep dips because it's lower chest intensity, and the lower chest is, I don't know a ton about it, but to me it feels like it supports everything. So where that sliver of like middle chest that you're pushing from, if you've got giant upper chest and lower chest, first of all, it maximizes like how much your chest pops out. But second of all, they're both like pushing and squeezing together and like popping out in order to support that power that like just pushes. The explosiveness is really what I feel like it helps train. And especially with these, where you're just like yanking it. It almost looks like ego lifting, but really what you're training is that explosiveness. And when you have a manageable weight and you're crossing your wrist, trust me, it is not ego lifting. That means you can manage this weight. Two more. Right. See what I'm talking about? Getting me to go all out like, rah! That means it's working. Okay, second set. It's just that explosiveness once more, basically to the same degree, except I think I might try to get all 10. I'm not gonna like let the 8th rep drop like I did last time. I want everything. Dang, I felt it. I felt me cut my fingers open, just like I've done before. I don't know why this one specifically always gets me so cut up, but it definitely cuts skin when I'm going that hard. Alright, last set of this. I'm trying to make sure I don't make myself bleed any more than I already am. Definitely going to, definitely felt like the continuity in that last set was really good, just keeping it moving the exact same. Yeah, that's your $5 word for today, guys. If you didn't know what continuity meant, it means like staying the same throughout. It means like if it's like continuous, it's just like the same. Definitely adopted that from my math class, but you know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. When you're in that college set, sometimes sometimes your classes come back to bite you and reinvite themselves into your life in unexpected ways, like taking over your vocabulary. But I'm just gonna ignore that. I'd rather focus on lifting right now. Four more. Ooh, yep. Maybe the range of motion was struggling. Definitely because I had to pause on 6. I felt like everything was struggling, but we still have room to grow with chest. I can't remember exactly what my advice was to my future self in the last video, but I have deja vu, or like the last chest hit. I have deja vu of doing 20 pounds, but I can't remember if I wanted to stay consistent with it or if I wanted to improve it. So I think I'm just going to stay consistent with it, just keep it how it is, and then if today goes well, then I'm going to go ahead and lock into 25 for next workout, and I'll just mark that on my sheet. But 10 reps of tricep dips, pretty comparable to what it was last time. Just focusing on that isolation work before we set up for the rest of chest at the end. So let's get it. Okay, at least first set went well. Now we'll just have to judge everything based off the next few sets, whether an increase is warranted or not. Okay, second set, working it out pretty much the same way. I think I'll set it on my right foot though this time. Just keep changing the feet, because why not? Why not? It doesn't really matter, as long as I have excess weight to go over my body weight. What is it? What would it be? Like 177? Because I'm like 157 out of this 20. You know, basic math. Okay, that's 7 right there. 3 more. Okay, that was definitely not a full rep. Gonna have to set that back down to 9. 20 pounds is definitely my limit. That was a humbling set. Alright, last set of dips. Can we correct that humbling last set? Well, maybe it's because it's on my right foot, or maybe not. Either way, I'm stacking it again. I'm gunning it the same way, and I want that redemption. That redemption arc is a great thing in weightlifting, when you can reprove yourself, or you can train for a couple days on a certain muscle, and then you can come back and you can destroy a weight, because it might take a while, especially when you've put a lot of effort and progress into weightlifting, but it translates into gains, I'll tell you that. Whew. The humbling nature of it. It's kind of crazy. We still have 5 more sets. Not 5 more sets. Jesus, if it was 5 more sets, I would die. 5 more reps. three more. Come on. I want it all. I think that's it. I think that's all I can do. It's just 9 like I did before. Whew. I definitely hate that, but what are you gonna do? You've reached a threshold for like the upper limits of that strain. I just need to recorrect it next time. Alright, well, I said I was going to be back. I actually swore by it. And so now I'm gonna attempt to do it for 3. Just really focusing on that stretch. My chest is a little pre-taxed, so, there's always that. But if the drive of it is enough, I think I should be able to get it. Yeah, I think I'll be good with that lift off for like support, but if you see it going down, then you can grab it.
Oh, do you want?
No, I'm saying like you can just grab it if you see it like failing. I don't know why it failed. Oh, that was so bad. Not even gonna lie, that was probably the most humbling thing I've ever done in a while. I mean, I'm not gonna censor it. I'm not gonna delete it. I need to stand by it because you guys need to see how much your chest can be affected by just the air you have. Just the endurance I had for that was shockingly bad. I mean, I already had done 4 sets of bench, so I'm definitely not used to doing more than that, but still, that was something that even shocked me that I could get that I could just get dropped that easy. So I can't even be disappointed. I'm just more surprised than anything else right now. But it's definitely something that you kind of have to take into account. You can't always be so nonchalant about everything or try to say that you can be able to handle a certain weight, because I mean, you can't. There was something to that laddering down that was really good about proving the weight to me, but I don't know. Maybe it just defeated my endurance or trust in the weight, because once that bar got off there, it felt twice as heavy as before because I had so much less energy. But I'm gonna go ahead and hit incline with this. I don't really know where I can put this, so I'm just gonna rest it on my chest and then hope that's okay. Even that's too heavy now. What the heck is going on? Alright, just succeeding to where I'm closer. Maybe this will change some things. I'm not even confident in that. Man, this chest is tapering off near the end. I'm not sure what's going on. Okay, I've had a good rest period. I got in some water. I changed the weight, so I needed a mental reset. So that's what I'm doing, mental resetting. And so now I'm gonna do manageable weight and just hit it for my normal 10, but overall kind of fix everything that was before. Kind of just grind out good quality reps of upper chest and push it forward for 2 more sets. So incline dumbbell will have 3 sets today, but it's not like a usual thing. I'm not doing it with dumbbells because the benches are taken, and I'm doing it, with barbell. So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit of a more benching sensation, which is probably why I'm a little bit more tired with it. But I have full confidence that I can do well as long as I'm just like really focusing on my quality, not the actual weight itself. You're good, bro. I got it. Thanks, though.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Too much weight on it. Okay. If that wasn't already proof that my chest is completely cooked, well, I don't know what is. So, baby weight time. Time to put me in the... Well, it's not baby weight. Like, comparative to what I do for dumbbells, it's just so much different. And my chest is already pre-exhausted from bench. But, like, comparatively to a whole plate like I was doing at the beginning of that top set, albeit for not a lot of reps, I mean, this is a lot less. But it's where I need if I'm going to do those high reps and really focus on that control. So I need to hold myself accountable. So 10 pounds. Okay, I think that is definitely going to call it for the workout.